everyone, welcome to News to Astonish, where I talk about comic book related media. On the last episode I reviewed Civil War II issue number 4, and if you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave an annotation in the video later on for you to click on. So moving on, Civil War II issue number 5 and 6 doesn't debut till September 21st. I thought I'd do something a little different in this episode. I'll be reviewing Civil War II Amazing Spider-Man 1. Yes, I thought giving a review with your friendly neighborhood was an amazing idea since A, he's my favorite superhero of all time, and B, we get to see what he's up to during the events of Civil War II. We pretty much get to see his point of view and how he feels about this whole ordeal and whatnot. This opens up with Spider-Man fighting what appears to be Volturions, and he's just taking them down one by one and just beating them up and doing whatever a spider can. Spider-Man is accompanied by the Ulysses. He's trying to get to know him and trying to understand how his powers work. That took place after Peter Parker arrived back from Shanghai. If you don't know by now, Peter Parker is very successful in the new issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. He's got his own company, Parker Industries, located at the Baxter Building in Manhattan, which is the former home of the Fantastic Four, but now is the main headquarters of Parker Industries. If you want to know more details on that, you should check out the current Amazing Spider-Man issues taking place after the events of the Superior Spider-Man, which ran about 3 years. So Spider-Man wants to put Ulysses to the test himself and try to understand his powers and test the accuracy of his visions. A lot like Tony Stark, Peter Parker is also concerned whether or not his powers are affected by personal prejudice or bias. Spider-Man takes Ulysses along for a night of crime fighting because Ulysses states that someone is going to murder 2 people. And wouldn't you know it, that vision turns out to be true. Almost. He successfully takes down the would-be killer and saves the 2 would-be victims. The very next day, Spider-Man takes Ulysses on a tour at Parker Industries. This part made me chuckle a little here because it's kind of like a little subtle breaking the fourth wall moment. After Ulysses says it's amazing, Spider-Man replies with good adjective. I thought it was pretty clever. Spider-Man is introducing Ulysses to a few familiar faces in the comics like Harry Osborn, now going by the name of Lyman. We also meet Clayton Cole, a character I honestly never really heard of. Supposedly he was one of Spider-Man's villains a long time ago and now is reformed. He was given a chance to redeem himself, and so Peter Parker has given him a job at Parker Industries. This panel also made me chuckle a little. He's nonchalantly talking about Clayton on his expertise with Sonics, while briefly mentioning how he's not a lunatic supervillain. Spider-Man just brushes off by saying, "Oh, you were never a lunatic." This issue ends with Ulysses feeling a little weird after he was talking to Clayton. Concerned with the way he was acting, Spider-Man asks him if he had a vision again, to which Ulysses responds with that Clayton is going to go mad and that he's going to put on a costume and fight Spider-Man. I like this issue. It really sets up what's to come in Civil War II, The Amazing Spider-Man number 2. I'll tell you what was running through my head when I finished reading this issue. I was wondering, since Spider-Man knew what was going to happen, what would Peter Parker do to try to alter that future? Would he try to talk to Clayton so that this altercation would never happen? Or would his attempt at talking to Clayton make the vision come true and that there's truly no hope in stopping these visions despite the attempts of preventing these atrocities? It really gets you thinking, and I like that. You get to form these speculations and you think about it. You start questioning yourself like, what would I do if I was put in this situation? Would my decisions be the right call? You'll just have an ongoing inner battle with yourself. And this cover here says a lot. It's all about making the right choice here. I'm going to give this issue 4 out of 5 stars. There was a good amount of humor in it. We get to see Spider-Man's perspective on Ulysses' powers and having Spider-Man to deal with the struggle and how to approach these circumstances. It's really interesting stuff. I immediately read Civil War II Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I'll have a review up for that later on. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch my review of Civil War II issue number 4, click the annotation on the top right. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more as I will have more reviews up every week. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next comic panel.